crack, everybody? Back with another episode of the podcast. This time a guest one, and we've got the man himself, second best mustache in Belfast, and making that joke again. It's Saul from Yo Magazine.
We all know there's only one real mustache in this table, and that's mine. You only got yours because I had mine. And that polo top, I think, was a Saul inspired by.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll just say that.
No response.
I'm a prototype. I'm the B-Tech Saul Duffin.
Yeah, man.
That's what it is.
I respect you've got style, mate.
Teaching from the master.
Yeah, man.
Well, what's the crack on you? What have you been at today?
I've been slightly hungover, but not too bad. We had our second Get On It event last night, which went swimmingly.
Yeah.
In the OES Centre with Dark Tropics, Krule and Seabackle all smashing their sets. It's a good wee vibe though, he's missed out.
I did, yeah. The last one was good as well. Like, is it something you're going to be doing monthly?
Yeah, so it's every last Thursday of the month. And we're just kind of playing around with like what works and what doesn't work. But it's just pretty much just showcasing the best of our favourite like local artists. So it's a good crack. Just trying to figure out the next lineup, like, because we kind of, the first two events we did were like kind of more just like funk vibes, which is what I would listen to myself, and then yesterday was a wee bit more just like band singer songwritery type. So we'll see what we'll do next. Could do a wee hip hop thing or something potentially. Ooh. Or don't know.
Well, it's interesting because you're saying like you have this sort of room to experiment, but obviously this is for Yo Magazine, your magazine that you run, and this is the night you're doing. But how would you distill what the music taste is of the mag?
It's pretty much just anything that I like. So I'd say like obviously I like obviously was saying like if I was listening to things in my spare time, it'd be more like soul music and funk and stuff. But there's obviously not a lot of that getting made at the minute here anyway. But I like anything, bit of rock and roll, bit of electro, and but yeah, just anything if it's good, like.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go about it. It's like putting definitive lines or borders on what the thing is, just like pigeonholes you a bit.
It's got so small here as well. Like you'd run out of people if you're only doing like one week tiny niche thing. So yeah, it's kind of just if it's good, it's good, and then if it's interesting, we'll write about it and stuff like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's also trying to get like a good spread and diverse sounds, because that's what I would listen to, just like a diverse range of music. But just trying to make it as diverse as possible.
What were some of your earliest memories listening to music? How did you get into listening to music?
Listening to music, it was actually my first, the first song ever. Well, actually there was a few, but the first song I remember like listening to on repeat was Fisherman's Blues by the Waterboys. Played it on cassette in my room, and I think I actually nearly died. I was nearly killed by a faulty wardrobe.
You make it sound like you're a fucking orphan from the 60s or something, listening to something on cassette. And
why? Did you not listen to anything cassette?
It was 2 hours before your shift at the workhouse.
It was maybe like
getting put up the chimneys in a few minutes, like.
Yeah, but I remember like going to change the cassette and like climbing up the wardrobe, and like the thing fell back on me. I didn't nearly die. I just had a fucking bit of a fall.
Is that why you look like this now?
Yeah, man. My life-altering injuries just made my nose pop out. But yeah, I would say kind of, and then I did the classic, like whenever you're a certain age here, you just listen to like Eminem.
Yeah.
And then after a while,
did you go to that Bangor gig that everyone in the whole
fucking right of us there, man? Yeah.
I think you ask anyone in Northern Ireland, they've all been there. Like,
I think he kept saying Belfast as well.
Yeah,
and you could see like the
off.
Bangor people, but you're not in Belfast, or you're in fucking Bangor. And it's fucking Eminem, like who gives a fuck? Like,
how big was the venue?
It was an outdoor thing. It was one of the first Tennis Vital, and it was like,
I think so, man.
It must have been.
It was a weird lineup. It was like
Jimmy Eats World, wasn't it?
And like the Kaiser Chiefs,
Odd Future,
That's like the whitest lineup. Well, apart from Odd Future.
Yeah, it was wild. I remember Tyler Creator was like, they all got booed.
Was he here as well? Was he?
Yeah, he was there. He got booed, but he had like he either had a cast on his arm or his leg, and he was trying to climb up stuff, and people were just
not having it,
not vibing with it. I remember I must have been about.
We're in America or something. Get down there.
Yeah. get back to the homophobic stuff, you know. It's like, yeah, it was a weird gig, but it was good. But I just remember when like Jimmy Eat's World the Middle came on, like literally people were just like fucking at the urinals, zipping up their pants, sprinting down the thing. They didn't give a fuck about anything else. That song came on, they're all like flying down to see it.
Yeah, those big outdoor gigs, they are a proper vibe. Like,
I don't know if I would have called it a vibe, like, but generally outdoor gigs are a vibe.
Yeah, I love them. I had that thing where we seen for some reason whenever I think it was like a Richard Ashcroft gig. Someone in my head, I was like, right, it doesn't do Bittersweet Symphony.
yeah.
So after he'd done all the songs, I went to the toilet and was like, massive line. It was 2 people away, and then just hear the. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, no way. That was bittersweet.
Did you piss yourself?
No, I just had a very, very good soundtrack to being inside a cubicle, like, but good gig.
So tell us a bit more about the magazine. You've just released the lineup for the latest one.
Yeah.
Talk about it a bit about the cover.
So we got the 3 absolute boyos of Kneecap on this cover, which is very cool. Like, and then we've got New Pagans, whose last album is probably one of my favourite local. Have you listened to it?
I haven't listened to the album, but I saw them at Choice Prize.
So
before.
good.
Yeah.
Like,
We've
it's
seen them
fucking
in
lethal.
Other Voices, I think a couple of years ago. It was great as well.
Yeah.
They're such a good band, like, but that album's powerful as well. Like, I think a Core Blossom asked me to do like pick my favourite song and my favourite album from last year for a wee thing he did at like this end of the year. Favourite song was one of Kneecap's, the Heart Hug Us Heart.
Man, that's a banger.
Yeah, so
like,
good,
so
man.
good. I feel like as well, I don't know, I'd sort of assumed that they were going to keep going down that same line of, you know, like the electronic, like house sort of stuff.
That's the
meets
more
hip-hop.
chilled out one, right?
Yeah, and it's like so hypnotic, and it's like, man.
Yeah, well, that's
so
it.
good.
I was working with a producer, Bloof or something you call him, and they were talking about how like he's just got like such a good layered, like deep sound, like kind of thing, because they're obviously wanting to be doing bigger venues, because they are fucking doing big venues, like, do you know what I mean? Like they did their biggest indoor gig at which was in Glasgow, that Barrowlands or whatever.
I had some friends who went to it.
Don't know what the capacity is, but it's a.
We'll put it
Like,
this
what's
way,
it-
my friend seen Thundercat there the other night, so that's the
Oh,
level.
really?
That's the
Aye.
level.
Shit, that's
Like,
wild.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, there were definitely, if it wasn't sold out, it was close to it, like, do you know what I mean? Which is fucking mental.
Wild. It just shows you though that you can do like hip hop here and actually be successful. Like,
Well, I think about that, like, because I seen them in Telegraph and it's like they're more fucking punk rock than anything else, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just fucking, it's just attitude, mate. Like, people like love them just because it's like fucking.
it's funny
Gets you
though,
going,
because
like.
I have mates that are prods that love them as well. Do you know what I mean?
I'm saying it's cross
good.
community,
It's good though.
sectarian music, like.
Yeah.
It's not really.
What was the photo shoot like for the cover? Were you there?
I was good crack. I had a full day. I had a good few hours with them. I got a stylist in. Shout out styling with Etha, and obviously Hannah just smashed it. Like, just got went to some like mechanics who's got like all these old vintage cars and stuff, and just had a good crack. Like, the photos came out really good. Like, so I'm excited to get it out there. Should hopefully be back from the printers this week. Fingers crossed. But
You were carrying them all
week
yourself.
after, like, aye.
Door to door. So what about who else features in the mag then? It's not explicitly just music though, Yeo magazine, is it?
Nah, well, it's maybe like 80% music, and then, or maybe, I don't know. We got a lot of visual art going on, and then this one's actually got a lot more poetry in it than any of the other ones, because I've found I found a new appreciation for the poets. And then we've got a good wee article by Unite in this one, the union.
The union, yeah.
What's it about?
Like, just like the hospitality workers rates and stuff like that. So it's, and then in the past I've had like activists and stuff, and just kind of trying to find space for as much different voices as possible, like, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
well, yeah, could be spread anyway, like.
It's funny because like you started it during lockdown, if I'm right, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
been like just over a year or two, maybe.
I had the idea in March 2020, so that's 2 years ago now, but it didn't. It's so weird, like, watching, like, because I had the idea, and then it was maybe like 7 months later, I did the Kickstarter and stuff, and like kind of, and then just like the feeling of like seeing the boxes of issue 1 sitting there. I was like, I don't know what it feels like to have a child but I can imagine it's not as good as this. Do you know what I mean? It was just surreal, like, and then seeing people like putting them on their stories like around the world, and I was class. It's a good feeling.
Pretty mad to go from just coming up with the idea a couple of years ago to having kneecap on
Very
the cover as
surreal.
well. Yeah,
I know, yeah. Even like stuff like last night, just sitting being in the UAS centre and like just like people there, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
you don't even know half of them probably. Like
Nah.
that's a mad thing.
but it's cool. Like, it's just one of them.
It's a weird feeling, is it, when you're like, these people have come to see this thing that I made up in my head.
Yeah,
and now
it's
real.
very like even before anyone got there, it was like the crew and stuff doing stuff, and I'm just standing there like, I fucking don't know what I'm doing here at all. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's just one of the things. Like, just if you do it, you just do it. Like, do you know what I mean? You just have to get stuck in and hope for the best.
Is there that sense of like imposter syndrome at all, or like feeling like,
Oh,
fuck, what am I
100%,
doing
man.
the whole time?
Literally. So, because like I haven't fucking like I'd stuck like I haven't had like a proper design job or anything, like, or like a journalist job. I've just taught. Well, I came out of uni. I was started doing the magazine stuff while I was finishing uni, and then obviously came out in the lockdown. We were like fucking high up designers. We're getting fired left, right, and centre and stuff, like, so there was no hope of getting a job really here, especially because there's not as much as in Manchester where I was living. So yeah, the imposter thing happens all the time, but it's kind of got to the point now where I'm like, fucking everyone's an imposter. Like,
Yeah,
It doesn't ever really go away, does it?
it hasn't went away yet for me, but I think as well because like I'm doing a lot of writing and stuff, and like no way, like I would never like have thought of myself as a writer at all. It was mostly like a designer. I'm just like a graphic designer who likes music and decided to write about it type thing.
Have you got any of your poetry in the mag?
No.
I thought you were gonna create another alias and just put like
Yeah.
Shoot. I was trying to think of an alias name there, but it'd be painful to watch that on camera, so I'm gonna stop myself. Just sitting here with a whiteboard out. But now I was gonna make space for other people, like, you know what I mean? Actually, I might make a book. I'm playing the idea of like making a book of just like some of my own stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Can you imagine what you're like what? Can you imagine your life without it now? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know when you just start and you do it, and then you're in the middle of it and you can't really stop, and then you're just like, well, this is it now. Do you know
Fuck,
what I
I've
mean?
got to do this.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine what my life would be like without doing the stuff I'm doing now. Do you know what I mean?
100%, man.
And not too long ago, it didn't exist.
I could imagine it, and it's not good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I have thought about stopping it many times, and it's like, what the fuck else am I gonna do? Like, just
Why? What for?
just fucking, I mean, it gets overwhelming sometimes, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, just fucking trying to like juggle all these different fucking roles, and like you've put so much pressure on yourself to like make sure everything's up to your own standards, but I can't stop now. Like, I'm in too deep.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep digging deeper.
It is good though, that, like, especially the graphic design, man, because you've only got like, this is your 6th issue, and I'm just like licking your ass.
Yeah.
Like, considering like, yeah, you started it yourself and it's so young, like it looks
To
really
be fair,
professional.
it's like kind of one of the first things I've done design wise that I feel like actually is something that is quite me. Do you know what I mean? Because everything I'd done before was kind of like, you always have that thing when you're doing something creative, it's like your abilities hasn't quite matched where your vision is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're kind of doing these things, it's like, fuck, it don't even look good, like, do you know what I mean? But like, you just keep going. So I feel like I'm kind of getting there. It's one of them things, like, you just have to keep learning, like pushing yourself and getting on fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
And a few tutorials, like,
You know all the keyboard shortcuts for Photoshop now.
not all of them yet, but I know about 10. Use them like fuck.
It is one of them things though, where I feel like everybody can kind of do a bit of everything, or has to do a bit of everything. Like, you can't just be a designer anymore, really, unless you're really fucking good and you've been there doing it for a long time.
Well, it's one of, like, graphic design is such a broad term, like, because you can get like, and go into like illustration, or it can go into like even like copywriting and stuff. Like, it's kind of like messaging and stuff like that. And then you've got like animation and all that shit. Like, so it is quite broad. But do you do like design stuff? Like, do you do like the social media stuff for your work, or?
I do a lot of it, but
Yeah.
we've sort of created like templates and all that kind of stuff. I can make stuff. Like, at the start of lockdown, I hadn't a fucking clue about Photoshop, and I remember I made
The one that you made,
Oh, really?
yeah, we did like a thing with Bic.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
We made like a poster, and it was like a fake bedroom wall with like loads of posters on it. We just like
our faces on the wallpaper.
Oh yeah, and the wallpaper's like little miniature our faces.
Nice.
Like it's very rudimentary shit, but it's like it looked okay.
Yeah.
It's just fun to be able
just
to
having a bit of crack with it. Like,
yeah.
That's the best way to learn anything. We was just doing it for like your own pleasure.
Yeah.
I think like just fucking.
Because we just made like a playlist one time at the start of it was like a quarantine playlist. Like this is how early it was because I couldn't even imagine a week into it saying the word quarantine seriously because I was like fucking sick of it. But and I just like was able to stick loads of stuff over the top of each other, and it's just like fun. You know, Photoshop you can just play around until
if just
you know
hit and hope for a lot of stuff. Like
exactly.
Yeah, the that was still the pub quiz phase of lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You got to talk to your nan on Zoom. She like tries to work out how to use it.
That's over. Like obviously the 10 the Zoom thing was all like I can fucking sit in the house and just drink beer.
Everyone was fucking alcoholics too, man. Like I remember the first 2 weeks, like we were.
What else do you do?
Much, like, it's crazy.
But it was one like I remember like. It was just like you'd have about 10 beers, but you'd just be sit. Yeah, you didn't realize you were blocked until you stood up.
Stimulated
like,
at all, like.
There was no like you had no like frame of reference, but right, I don't think I'm as blocked as that guy over there on the ground. But I'm definitely more blocked by this. So you're just sitting there fucking watching YouTube videos, like talking nonsense. But
Tiger King.
I mean, actually, I take it back. Bring us back. Sounds good, crack. No responsibilities.
So it must have been weird having the mag over lockdown as well, because like you started.
That was the thing. Like because obviously I lived in Manchester beforehand and came back thinking it was going to be a 2-week fucking holiday from uni, and then next thing you know, you're getting fucking night terrors about the end of the world, and being like, what am I going to do with my life here? So yeah, it was kind of that's the thing. It was like. I know social media is the fucking devil and all that shit, like, but it was the only thing we could use to like get like in contact with artists and stuff and all that. So it was all digital, meeting people, like virtually meeting people and all that. And then we were just trying to like obviously use the slight relaxations to go out and do photo shoots and stuff like that. But so yeah, it was very like just. It was the only thing we knew, like, do you know what I mean? So like, it's kind of it was weird, kind of coming out of it, being like, right, we don't have to worry about fucking getting arrested for doing like meeting with someone and all that.
Yeah, do you think it's got easier now?
We kind of know what the crack is, and then we've got all the live events to go to, so that's like kind of new dimension which I'm really enjoying, like, because it was like before I think it was 2019 or something. It was like, right, I'm gonna make a New Year's resolution to go to more gigs.
Yeah.
I went to a good few, but then like even fucking at the end of last year, like I've smoked it. They're fucking gigs all the time now. I mean, it's brilliant because they're genuinely where you're meant to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like just watching live music. It's so good for you. Like, I think I've seen something that actually there is like science behind it. That actually does make you happier, like
especially like I think midweek gigs like actually makes you forget about everything because you know sometimes you wait all week for a gig and it's the weekend. It's like it's the weekend anyway. But you see, if I'm going to Freddie Gibbs on Monday and I'm actually so excited because I will come out of it or in the middle of it I'll completely forget it's a Monday. Like I know for a fact. Just on another planet.
Sure, like, fucking a Future Islands gig I was at on Sunday there.
So jealous.
Literally made my fucking week. Like I couldn't stop smiling the whole Monday.
Yeah,
it was like probably one of the best gigs I've been to in my life.
Really?
It was amazing, mate. Like the guy is just a genius. Like he's just an absolute artist of a performer. Like, do you know what I mean? And the songs are good as well.
Yeah.
Like if he was getting on like that, if no one's seen him before, go watch a video of Future Islands perform right now because it's fucking.
What's the really famous one? It's on like Jimmy Fallon or something like that.
Well, I think one of them big talk shows. You kind of like Jews. But that's like the thing is, it's not the way he does it. It doesn't feel like a gimmick or anything. Like he sells it.
Yeah,
like,
it's genuine.
It's so genuine, like, and
he's like singing for his life.
Yeah, man, genuinely, like, hands down the best frontman of our time. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, who else is there? Like,
yeah, they're not really. They're like kind of like iconic.
I actually think
he's
better. He's a better frontman than like fucking Mick Jagger.
Really?
Well, obviously, the Rolling Stones songs are fucking the Rolling Stones, like, but
he doesn't have
Mick Jagger
Jagger's.
can dance. But this man he's just like Mick Jagger's good looking. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't it doesn't
like
count.
not to be as light on him, but he's got nothing to fall back on. Like, do you know what I mean?
What absolute shade.
The guy.
I'm just saying. Like,
Well, he has a fucking rap career.
Yeah,
Have you, mate? You should check him out. He has like an extensive knowledge of
loved it.
like, do you know in What's in My Bags?
Yeah,
He just has
yeah.
a like fucking massive pile of like obscure Baltimore rap.
No
And you
way.
can just rhyme off all the
I love that
fucking.
shit. My favorite thing is working out like people who had rap careers before. Clint Dempsey played for film, and
Oh, really?
He was called Deuce.
Deuce?
Yeah, he's done like a Nike ad.
Shit
where
name.
Yeah,
That's the worst.
I know.
name.
If you go on, he's done like a Nike ad, and he's done some other stuff. Who else has done it? David Alba.
Yeah, there's quite a few
Yeah,
footballers.
Memphis
Yeah.
Five.
Tom Hardy had like a rap hang the near.
There's also some basketball players as well, but they were real bad.
Timmy Chalamet's got some videos.
Oh, really?
Have you seen them? It's like he made a video that's like, it was for his math homework, and it's about like statistics. And like instead of doing the essay, he just made like a rap. And it's like the cringiest shit.
It always made me laugh because there was always like, you hear sometimes in school like they give you like the option of like, or if you want to do a rap. Like, oh, I 2
Why is
seconds
that-
missing.
why
I'm
is
gonna
that an
stand
option
up the
at all?
front of the class here and do a rap about fucking maths. he made the wrong decision, but fair play to him.
Yeah.
I just read there was a few times in school it was like you have to have like a creative response to some fucking boring thing, and it was always like, or if you want to do a rap, and you just stop trying to be hip and just fucking make us write stuff down here, like, know what I mean?
A bit of that hippity hop.
Yeah. Deuce, horrible name.
It is a horrible name.
Just douche, innit?
That's horrible. Or is it like it's like a tennis point or something like that?
Yeah.
Fuck, no, he actually was okay. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he was actually decent.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
the guy against Juventus.
Well,
The chip.
I'm talking about his fucking rapping.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. No, let's move on to Clint Dempsey's playing career.
Clint Dempsey on the podcast, like.
Man, I would creep myself if Clint Dempsey came on.
Yeah, that's the dream guest. We've always said it.
I thought it was going to peak with me, like, but
In an ideal world, though, who is your dream cover feature on Yo magazine?
oh shit.
Ideal world, just everything falls into place.
Even if it's unrealistic.
Just
yeah.
if we're going all world,
Mm.
I have a great question. Person coming to mind right now, King Krule.
That would be sick.
That'd be a good one, like.
That'd be
I would love
huge,
to
yeah.
interview him, like.
Yeah, man. I feel like I'd out deep his voice. I'd match his levels, like, know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, the King Krule. And, just not like trying to go a fucking octave lower.
It's crazy.
Just
Like,
listen to the fucking brown noise.
I feel like he's like he just doesn't really do that much, and then when he drops an album, everybody goes mental for it. That is the perfect.
He's like the
level of
classic-
fame, isn't it? You can just hide. Like, did you know he
He's
moved to
just-
Stockport and he had a kid and was living there?
I heard about this,
Stockport
yeah.
or Southport, can't remember which one. But that's the dream. Just go off the grid, like.
Yeah.
That's the Stockport shite, mate.
I know it's shite, but like, if you had a load of money, it'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of them ones that's like classic. He's more like, he's a lot more influential than he is like famous, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Which
the heads
is a cool way to be like, yeah.
yeah.
Like he's like that first album is fucking probably one of my favorite albums of all time.
I think
like,
Borderline's one of my most played songs ever. Like,
It's a really good song. It samples that.
it samples Borderline.
Yeah,
Mad.
I think it's that girl, Ivy Souls. Ever listen
Oh
to her?
yeah, I actually have been
Think-
listening to her.
Oh really? Yeah.
Well, I think them. I think is the
Oh, is it?
But yeah, a bit rapper from America.
Yeah, it's
Rapper, soul
samples. I think it's either Borderlands or Ocean Bed,
Nice,
but I think it's Borderlands.
but he's got just such a like distinctive voice and style and sound. Even when he goes into like say the more jazzier stuff, you instantly know it's him. Still, you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. Like all jazz chords he does when he's. I mean, the first album was like kind of like it was proper punk jazz type of stuff, or like, and then he started going more hip hop beaty with it.
Have you,
It's,
have you heard his Archie Marshall stuff?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I've
sick.
got a King Krule tattoo, so
Yeah.
Do you?
got
Get out.
no way, man. No boxers on it. Yeah, fucking get flagged.
They said one time that he like spent a week with Earl Sweatshirt and they were like supposed to make music and they just said they smoked too much weed and they made no music and or
really?
it was all shit or something.
I was going to say, it sounds like
fuck's
they just
sake.
like took some tramadol and like slept for a week.
I was watching that MF Doom talk about.
Is it the Red Bull Radio one?
Is that not like the only
I think it's like only
interview he's done? Like,
yeah,
innit?
maybe one of them.
He was talking about him and Madlib when they made that album, like just didn't talk to each other, but they were just
sending stuff back and forth.
Like they were in the same house.
Yeah,
it was just MF Doom was sitting on the balcony, and your mom was down in the basement, and they would just come smoke and just leave each other. So that's what they must have not done. That they must have just been on fucking top 10 craziest animal fights on YouTube or something like the whole time.
The rap weirdos, the weirdos of rap are always those like introverted, like cartoon loving, like internet crazy dudes that just don't really seem to socialize. Like I don't think Madlib is specifically that in that category, but he doesn't like stay in the room with people and make music most of the time. He just says stuff. I don't think him and Freddie Gibbs met. Oh no, sorry, him and Freddie Gibbs. I don't think, or MF Doom. One of the two. They didn't meet until the press photos for the album. I'm pretty sure it was Freddie Gibbs. Yeah. Just sent stuff back and forth.
But like
he makes shit on like some random program as well, doesn't he, Madlib?
Yeah, sure. He said he made Pinata
on like GarageBand, doesn't he?
No, it was on iPad.
Yeah.
Was it Steve Lacey made like his fucking on his phone, like
he recorded
it's infuriating, like every fucking thing just fries my head.
It's crazy. But it's just, it is mad what you can do. Like I think what you're doing as well is just testament that you can just pick something up and do it, even if you initially, were unfamiliar with the stuff.
Well, 100%. Like the best way to learn anything is just to fucking do it. Like, do you know what I mean? And make mistakes and figure it out. Like, it's just it's the best way to do it. Like, just give it a go, and then if it crashes and burns, it crashes and burns. But at least you fucking learn something. Like,
have there been any big fuck ups behind the scenes?
Not really mad ones, like, but just kind of like. More like a lot of like with dealing with people and stuff that you have to learn, like like dealing, because there's obviously a lot of egos and personalities and stuff in the old music world, like, so it's just kind of like navigating all that stuff, which is kind of new to me. Because you say like I would be quite Madlibish if I could, like I just sit in my room and not fucking talk to anyone, rock up on the day, but you can't. You have to like actually push yourself into the world and start talking to people. Like
people don't talk enough about the social skills are skills. Like there's something that you actually need to work on, and like if you don't feel, sometimes I have to say to myself, if I don't feel like socializing, it's like part of what it is, you know what I mean? It's as essential as like
you can't have to do
actually
it,
doing the writing or doing the designing.
I understand. Like it's like one of them, it's like well obviously I haven't been doing it too long, but it does, like it feels like you have to be like, you just have to be nice to people, like, and but obviously just
must be difficult for you because you're a horrible cunt most of the time.
You fucking dick. The first Mabfield fucking fight right now. But yeah, now it's like, I mean, I used to be cheeky bastard.
I'm not surprised.
And I know I have to like, you have to like rein it in, Saul. Let's cut off the slagging here now. But I get the thing where I'm like, I'm having fun, but they're obviously, well, no, I'm not that bad, like, but it's just like, yeah, just. I don't know how I've somehow made myself out to be some kind of evil genius here now, like. But
what do your mum and dad think of it? Are they into the magazine?
Yeah, very into it. Like they're fucking very supportive, which is good. My dad used to actually like write for a magazine back in the day, a wee bit, Fortnite. That like
the video game.
Your dad created V-Bucks.
Bastards. Uncultured swang. But no, it was just like I went for years, like I think it was just like a political arts magazine about like in the north. So
are they into similar music as you?
It actually had he dropped me over here. He was doing that classic. I haven't been down the Lisbon Road, so he's just saying the names of the shops. He's like, oh, there's Green's Pizza. I was like, I don't know. But I had good music, like I was always kind of brought up around tunes, like but yeah, it's good, eclectic sounds, like.
Yeah. Have you played them in Kneecap?
I don't know, actually. Nah.
I love playing my mum like weird shit just to get her reaction.
I play Kneecap to like my English friends when they're over, and like the fucking proper like them, like.
Yeah.
Even though like, I mean, I don't speak Irish, so there's a lot of stuff I don't even understand, like, but you can. Well, I like listening to like fucking Brazilian music and stuff as well. What was that album you sent me? It was quite good. Like,
yeah, there's one. I can actually bring it up in this, but it was like a video of Pharrell and Kanye at like a fashion walk.
Catwalk. Is that the one where they're wearing like? Was it the do you call that brand? It's like
Which one?
Kosovo or something.
I can't remember, but basically it's just them sunglasses.
Kenzo.
Leather. Might be.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Tony, the cameraman, he's the fashionista.
Fucking right.
He knows. But
I'm actually proud I got that, man. I fucking don't know anything.
It's
They've got the big blankets on, don't they?
Tudo que vos podía ser, so it's Brazilian. Yeah. Quarteto MC. So I'll actually put it in the description because it's.
Is that you reading the thing?
Reading off thing.
That's disgrace, man.
It's weird though because it's Portuguese like reads like Spanish, but then when you actually
say it's not.
Because when I went
you
to
speak
Brazil,
Portuguese,
I speak Spanish, but I went to
so no.
I went to Brazil, right? And I was like, it's the exact same. It's written very similarly, and I was like, I'm gonna be able to just speak Spanish and they'll be able to get it, and they're just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, but there was one kid who gave me a
bloody gringo.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the same with like Catalan, isn't it? You can kind of read it a bit, but you can't.
You can't.
I know.
You can't even read it. Like it's wild. It's
really.
It feels like a different. Yeah, it feels way different. Here, there's something I wanted to ask you though, right? Yeah. If it was like Dragon's Den elevator pitch style thing, right? Yeah. And they had like £1 million on the line, and they were like, yeah, how would you pitch Yo magazine to them? Like, why is it important, and why would it have? Why should you get their money essentially?
I go, well, Duncan, Valentine, what's happening, man? I run a local music magazine in Belfast that serves as just a supportive and celebratory platform for the art scene that is actually bursting with talent and creativity like you'd never believe. Give me a fucking money.
Yeah,
man.
what's your gross profit?
We're not making fucking loads of money on it, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, we'll do that, we'll sell advertising and stuff, like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, down the line, it could, if fucking I knew what I was doing. But I've went on to some like council business course. I'd say they'll give you like I think it's like 40 hours of mentoring or something over the year. So it's going to be good. Like get some help with that.
Yeah.
But,
when's the Yeonly Fans coming?
Yeonly Fans.
Yeonly Fans, like
that's a good idea.
Selling mustache pics.
Yeonly Fans. I don't know what it would be though. Mustache pics. You could sell her like actual hairs of the mustache.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be a market there, like. Probably not.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. The Mabfield hub coming out. We go for a rivalry.
Man, it might if things get dodgy financially, I might just have to do it. Like
I say, yeah, we really want a new camera, guys. So
yeah,
if we have to bring out unspeakable things,
welcome to it. Let's do it.
In fact, maybe they just pay me so I don't do it. So don't have to see
keep
that
up
shit
to yourself.
Yeah. I guess like we can probably wrap it up. But what would you be saying is your like message for people that aren't familiar with the magazine? Like, what is it that they should be checking out?
I mean, it's one of them ones where it's like, if you're from here, everyone has a bit of pride about being from here, like, but when it comes to like the arts, it's always a wee bit like, oh, what are you doing? But even if you like just like, we're kind of serving as a way of people, like a gateway, even if it's just if you found one fucking song or one band that you really like that's from here, I feel like it makes you appreciate where you're from a wee bit more, like, know what I mean? It's like that thing, I was like, you could be here, like, I don't know, people that live in Belfast never been top Cave Hill. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just go up, it's right there. You lived here your whole life. It's like just getting in, just going out and seeing some local artists. You're like, all right, Belfast is fucking good. Like I was at the classic thing before I moved away. I was like, fucking Belfast shit, get me out. And then when you come back, you're like, there's actually a few things going on, like, you know what I mean? A few bands, a few artists and stuff. And then once you get into that wee world, you get put on to more stuff, like, you know what I mean? So that was kind of the idea of the magazine, was just kind of like documenting my discovery of the scene.
Because I had a similar experience when I went away. I was the exact same. I was like, get me out of here, there's nothing here. Then I come back and you see it through new eyes. And like, for me, it was similar. Like, I found one I was like, there's bound to be some hip hop here. Came back and there was, and I found like one artist, and then after that I was like,
Who was
oh,
that?
there's some more. I think it was Kojak was the first one. I knew like Reggie Snow, but he wasn't knocking about Ireland or anything. But I seen, fuck, there's someone living in Dublin still that's making mad music, and then you go, oh fuck, Leo Miyagi's making music in Belfast, and there's like there, like Hyphen making music in there, you know. It's one of them things. It actually made me connect more with my sense of Irishness, if that makes sense. Did you feel that doing it?
Because it's one like
I think up north there's no Northern Irish cultural identity, in my opinion. Like, not really. It's such a
different to so many people. Like,
yeah. But like up north, I feel like sometimes we don't take pride in like what's going on around us.
No, 100%. Well, the thing is like I was always like being individual first before you be anything else.
Yeah,
which I think is important because then so you start getting fucking brainwashed and getting fucking told to do shit. But yeah, definitely like it's a weird, but like the whole. It's just culture, like, do you know what I mean? Like people's idea of culture here is like, fair enough, whatever it is, but to me it's like good art and good music, and there actually is a lot of good art and good music and good writing going on here. So yeah, it's definitely it's one of them things. It's just like you put your identity in your fucking cultural intake. Like that. I don't know why I'm quoting some Native American. high priest right now, but it's ever see that thing where it's like you've got a good dog and a bad dog inside you, and it's like whatever one you feed is gonna fucking eat the other one. I don't know what the saying goes, like some
I think that's word for word.
The illegal dog fight inside your body, inside your spirit. But yeah, it's trying to get stuck in the just absorbing some good fucking local art. Good for the soul, like
sponge out.
Yeah.
It is true what you said though. It's like I think you said it earlier where it was like, you know, if you can even pitch someone onto one artist, and that sounds like a cliched thing, but it is true. It's like you're opening the door to someone. Like you need those introductory things, or like, you know, it's like, for example, when I listened to hip hop, maybe the first thing I listened to was Eminem. That was my introduction to hip hop. But then, you know, a few years later you go down, you find like, okay, I'm actually more into like this style of hip hop, and I don't like Eminem anymore. But if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have got it.
It's like I'm gateway drugs, like
that's it.
Like, but yeah, it was even like last night. It was good. My mate texted me. He was like, he just came down because he's my mate, but he was like, I actually enjoyed that band. Like, not really my cup of tea, but I'm fucking now he knows like a local band.
Yeah,
it's cool. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
that's what you're in the position for, though. That's like what any of these kind of things can do.
It's just like it's obviously it's just it's better shared. It's all it's better shared experience. So
I also think people underestimate like the level that some people are working at, even independently. Like that. Can we talk about the interview we've done for the mag? I know it's not out. But
yeah.
So for people listening, we interviewed a guy, Connell Shaw, who is a producer who's 17, and he's working with Timbaland. He's worked with Big Sean. He's worked with Hit Boy. Like he's worked on a #1 album in America, and he's still in school. He's actually
he turned down signing to Hit Boy's production team
and other ones from, I think it was his favorite group. He was saying he turned it down because he said you'd just be a number in their thing, and he needs to build his own brand up and all. I was like, you're 17 and you have more sense than I have. Do you know what I mean? At 26,
that's absurd. Like
absurd, but like there's shit like that going on.
I feel like he made a bad decision there. Like, fucking say yes to that shit. Like,
well, and you know what I mean. If he's getting those sort of offers at 17, that's scary. Like,
that's a pretty baller move, to be fair. Like,
well, he's going out to Canada to produce some guy's album.
Yeah, he went on his own as well. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't have known how to go down to Portadown on my own when I was 17.
I know, I went to Australia when I was 16 by myself, and it was fucking terrifying.
It's pretty screwed on anyway. Like, fair play to him. That's fucking impressive. Like,
yeah,
but 100%, man. Like, it's just like even just like the musicianship of people here. Like, it's on par. I was thought that about the graffiti scene here as well. It was like the best graffiti writers here up there with the best graffiti writers anywhere. There's just fuck all of them really. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just a smaller pool.
That's the case with a lot of stuff here. I think that we always punch really high when it comes to art, sports, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
We've got some of the best, but we're just that tiny fucking place in the world. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so there's not really going to be the fucking. Well, that's a thing. Well, hopefully all these fucking students rock up.
Give them your fucking student loan. Give them your student loan. Like,
I'm the student guru. I'll fucking
don't say that.
Why? That's a good name, the student guru. I was rocking around all them student accommodations, giving out flyers and stuff, and like I felt like a fucking student again when I was walking around a sunny day. Yeah, it's just fucking dishing out flowers, like, but good. There's fucking loads of them, man. Like, and there's
crazy. It is crazy.
They're more popping up as well, like,
because these all be out in Jordantown that was out down the coast or whatever. And now they're moving it into,
I can't imagine
into
what,
the city.
like how soul up the river you would feel if you were like, I'm going to fucking. Because obviously, you just think
Move from
Jordanstown
England,
is like going to be like fucking 2 seconds away from Belfast, and it's like, nah, mate, you're in the
fucking
middle
stuck
of
beside
nowhere,
some
like,
cunt wearing cross-hatch jeans, brown shoes, and he's a massive
getting
culty.
your fucking
Yeah.
clothes stroked by seagulls.
Is that what it's like?
I've heard that.
I heard they're big enough to lift you up.
Off the washing line, like, they'll stroke your fucking goods.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was thinking about people you should get on the podcast.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, go on.
Let's go.
Can you get Lemonade Shoelace on here?
He's coming on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll come on at
Oh,
some point.
fuck.
Good suggestion.
That's me done.
Is that it?
I mean, no, maybe he's not.
You should get Rue on as well.
Yeah.
She did a song with
Debbie Rex.
Debbie Rex, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, my mind's went blank again. I came in so
Who
strong.
would you like to see on it then?
You get the Kneecap Boys on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good actually.
And then you're getting Lemonade Shooters. That's kind of getting into the band territory, like, so you just kind of.
I mean, we're pretty open minded again. It's kind of like you. It's just like what we like. Like I
am a rapper,
lot
though.
of hip hop. Like when you get your under your freestyle here at the end, I've got a few.
Be ready.
Yeah, a few Mad Lib beats ready for you.
Man, it's just like all
Fuck,
gabba.
here. You need beatbox. You need to do your beatboxing.
Ooh, I'm saving that.
Have
for
you done the
rainy day.
beatboxing for the people
Nah,
before?
Man, that's saving that for a rainy day. That'll
Yeah,
be.
this guy fucking beatboxes like a maniac. It's insane. Do it.
You need to put me. You need to put me on the cover of the magazine as a beatboxer. Like, I remember me and my friends did a talent show in school when we were like 12, beatboxing
It's
and
fucking
rapping.
class.
Like, it was.
You're fighting the urge to do it right now. I know you
Nah,
are.
I'm not
It.
gonna do it. I'll do it as the new the sound, the intro sound for the thing.
Yeah, man. Your
Just like
theme song.
Snoop Dogg or
Fucking
something.
my wee brother sent me a theme song. Well, he just sent me a song. And I'm like, this is my theme song now. It's called Duffin' Around. And it's a fucking tune, man. Like,
It's a Simpsons song.
No, it's like it's my fucking second name, mate. It's Saul Duffin, and it's called Duffin' Around, and it's literally like the perfect intro song to a radio show.
Oh, serious?
So I'm using it.
You need to, yeah, get
It's
that
done.
sorted.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've never found it before. Like, but
I mean,
shout out Daniel.
It'd be great if there's some like radio station that just
Yeah,
sprouted
man,
out
wouldn't
of
it?
nowhere. Would be great.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Oh, that's a great idea, man.
That is a great idea.
There's
Maybe it'll happen.
Nothing like a good ode to the fucking airwaves, like, so I mean.
Love it. Yeah, we'll leave the inside jokes there, and we'll leave the podcast there. But keep your eyes and ears on the internet, and
Fucking right.
maybe you'll see something. But yeah, for real,
Keep
thank
the ears peeled. That's something I
ears
always find myself saying. I'm like, no, it's not a saying. Like, I write down, keep your ears peeled. I'm like, no, fucking, you don't peel your ears.
Yeah.
What is it saying? No, for the ears, though, is they keep them open.
Yeah.
Keep your ears open.
Keep your ears to the street.
Yeah. Streets will never forget.
Yeah.
Listen to the curbs.
Well, I think we can leave it there.
Yeah.
It's
Sound.
been good having you on, man.
That was lovely, aye.
It was good.
Do
was
it again
good
sometime.
chat. Yeah, but next week do it again.
Next week,
Yeah.
aye.
Let's make this a regular
Go
thing.
one for one, like, yeah. Did I just get joined into the fuck? Did I get jumped in here to the Mabfield crew?
Yeah, this
I
is
just fucking do it.
that's it.
Fuck
Yeah,
right,
man.
no, I started the last one by saying I actually do appreciate what you're doing, and you were an early inspiration to put me on and stuff. So more power to you.
Respect.
See the way I didn't actually tap my heart there? It means I didn't mean it. Right, way, chicken. Go ahead, the
believe
boys.
this
Cheers for having me. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's been sick.
And we weren't fucking all falling apart. You were falling a wee bit apart this time, like. But
Yeah, just as usual.
I felt like shit last time, like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for listeners, there was another one, but it just sort of fell to bits, the one we did. So
Yeah.
just get in there, make the same jokes that we did the last time, but they all know.
That's it, yeah, a trial run.
But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, all that good shit, and follow up you on social media as well.
Yo Magazine. Just all around the board. At Yo Magazine. YoMagazine.com. What do you use? Do you have a website?
No, we're just at Mabfield on everything, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like _Mabfield on TikTok or something.
Something like that.
Well, you're fucking smashing it on the old talk.
I took a couple of weeks off. I feel
really?
like my brain was
He's getting-
90% TikTok sounds, 10% just anxiety at the state of the world. So it was like a pretty bad way to be.
It's not good. Like,
He was just getting bullied by kids.
Yeah,
seen
did
that,
have
man,
a few comment on it, but
you dealt with it well. Like, you kind of made a joke about it. Like,
yeah,
it was actually me, man. I was
know,
on my
your
Krule
burner,
account.
it's like,
Oh, your old account.
this fucking narc. Yeah, let's leave it there before we keep going on into other TikTok
Right,
things.
yeah.
Yeah, peace.
Peace and love.